With returns and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John, and you're watching the Wrestling Report. As AEW's Title Tuesday will be going head-to-head with NXT SHOWDOWN on October 7th, criticism was aimed at AEW for their lackluster card, with Bryan Alvarez saying on Wrestling Observer Radio, well, we've also got to try and draw a number for the AEW Title Tuesday, and at this point, though, they haven't. Dave Meltzer added, yeah, they did not do. They didn't do a good job at all on that. You know, I mean, they're going in there head-to-head. They're gonna get beat. I mean, they're gonna get beat handily. It's like when WWE on July 12th, you're going head-to-head and you put on an average 2-week show. It's the same thing. You're going head-to-head, you got to put up a fight. If you watch the NXT show on Tuesday and the AEW show on Wednesday, you know which show better promoted next Tuesday. I mean, it's not even a fight. Everything was building towards Tuesday. They're peaking for this thing, and AEW has a show called Title Tuesday, and we have Mercedes Moné against a wrestler from Florida, you know who. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Alvarez replied, I don't know what that means. Means nothing to me. It's just a match. Meltzer said, if it was somebody good, they should announce it, and if it's somebody bad, that shouldn't be on the show, and it certainly shouldn't be the only match announced. As TNA Wrestling is looking for a $10 million a year media agreement, president of Anthem Sports Group Carlos Silva said this regarding TNA getting a TV deal, telling the Battleground podcast, what I can tell you is that we're closer. What I can tell you is that we're no longer just talking. What I can tell you is that we're now in the middle of the deal. The good news is that the process has started. We're working through the details, and I feel really good about it. I'm very excited about the partner. I think they're excited about us. That's why it feels good. We've just got to get through the paperwork, understand sort of final deal terms, and certain things where there's going to be a little push and pull from both sides. But as recently as yesterday, when we were exchanging things back and forth, we're in that process. A new media rights deal would provide us the opportunity to go live 52 weeks a year, and in today's world, live matters. A weekly number between 250,000 and 500,000 in terms of Nielsen-esque P2 Plus households is perfectly realistic on a network in 40 to 50 million homes. Yeah, we have to actually, because the deal that we're contemplating starts in 2026. So, you know, being October 1st, the timing is great. We can get some things done, dot the I's, cross the T's, and then really put our efforts around marketing and packaging so that we launch ourselves into 2026. We are regularly being featured on every major WWE and NXT platform, PLEs, as well as weekly programming on the CW and their other broadcast outlets like Peacock. Mentioning an accusation that has been leveled against AEW President Tony Khan, Ringside News wrote that Britt Baker hasn't been seen on AEW television in nearly a year, and fans are starting to get restless. What's making things worse? Accusations that AEW President Tony Khan is hiding fan replies on social media calling for her return. It all started when a fan replied to one of Khan's tweets asking him to announce Britt Baker return for AEW Dynamite. That comment was quickly hidden. The fan didn't stop there, posting a follow-up reply that said, "Announce Britt Baker return part 2. That one disappeared too. Eventually, the fan tweeted directly at Khan, telling him to stop hiding Britt Baker replies and asking him to bring her home. The frustration comes amid swirling rumors about Baker's future in AEW. Some reports claimed she was trying to leave the company, but Tony Khan shut that down, stating she never spoke to him about an exit. He said her absence is simply part of AEW's rotating talent policy, and insisted she'll return when the time is right. That's not exactly reassuring. especially considering Baker wasn't even backstage during the recent Dynamite taping in Pittsburgh, her own hometown. For fans still hoping for a comeback, that absence was a major red flag. There's also the possibility that AEW could extend her contract into 2027 by tacking on injury time, but with replies about her return being hidden and no official word on when she'll be back, fans are feeling more shut out than ever. After having her head split open on steel steps last week on SmackDown, Jade Cargill may be out of action. With Fightful Select reporting, we were told not to be surprised if she isn't wrestling this week, but physically seemed okay, all things considered, and was in good spirits. Adding information on the confusing finish to the match, it was said that, "We're told that Tiffany Stratton was late to breaking up Jade Cargill's pin on Nia Jax, and Nia Jax had to kick out. We aren't sure why the 3 wasn't counted for Stratton, as that was apparently the finish." Following The Rock's appearance on Jimmy Fallon's show, many surrounded Rock's SUV hoping to get an autograph.
It's my birthday. Please. Please, my love, please. Only for Funko, my love, please. Please,
we'll line up.
Please.
Please, The Rock.
Why?
Boston.
Rock, please.
It's just 3 of us.
For a long time, for a long time. Please.
The king, man. Rock, you're thinking about it. You never show New York love. Come on, Rock.
Next time,
Mr. Johnson, please.
Just one. Rock,
It's my birthday, Rock.
Just one.
Please. It's my
Rock,
birthday.
please. Just one.
Come on. All right. You look like he's gonna roll down, baby. I mean, you came to talk to him, man. Fuck.
With Gail Kim facing backlash for claiming AEW star RIHO was not believable in the ring, she recently addressed the outrage, telling the Huge Pop podcast, "For me, I saw that one segment and I remember feeling uncomfortable, because yes, she appeared to look very young and dressed in that match as a little girl in my mind. When the camera shot up her skirt, I felt uncomfortable and that set the tone for the match. When I said she wasn't very believable in that match, that's because I wasn't comfortable from the start. If you get my terms, in this age of the child, the Jeffrey Epstein era, I just felt really uncomfortable, and that's what I meant by it. I actually had former AEW people who worked there say to me, I agree with you. I would be backstage and I felt the same way. Listen, not everyone's gonna feel that way, but by no means is she not a believable wrestler in the current day. It's just that I haven't seen her." After suffering a torn groin that took him out of WrestleMania 41, Rey Mysterio is expected to be at the WWE Performance Center this week, according to PW Insider Elite. Mysterio will be at the PC for the final stages of his rehab, as it remains to be seen when he returns to programming. Providing an update on a lawsuit against All Elite Wrestling, Ringside News wrote that Kevin Kelly and the Tate twins just hit a dead end in their legal war with AEW. The 11th Circuit Court officially dismissed their appeal to reverse the ruling that sent their defamation case into private arbitration, shutting down their final chance at a public trial. The lawsuit, originally filed in August of 2024, accused AEW, Tony Khan, and commentator Ian Riccaboni of breach of contract, defamation, and other claims. But from the start, AEW fought to keep it out of the courtroom, and now they've won that battle for good. The appeals court sided with a previous decision from Judge Harvey Schlesinger, who pointed to a classic delegation provision in AEW's talent contracts. That clause requires all disputes between talent and AEW to be resolved for final, binding, and conclusive arbitration conducted before a single arbiter in Duval County, Florida. The plaintiffs tried to argue argued that the clause was unfair and unenforceable, but the court wasn't buying it. With the appeal now dead, the case remains locked in arbitration, far from the public eye. Kevin Kelly had claimed he was wrongfully painted as a QAnon supporter by Riccaboni after posting about the Sound of Freedom and believes that narrative got him fired. The Tate twins alleged Tony Khan tanked their reputations when he questioned their professionalism in front of media following their release from AEW in April 2024. Things even escalated on the indie scene. Brandon Tate accused AEW president Tony Khan of pulling the Outrunners from a scheduled match against the Tate twins on an independent card, further adding to the tension. Now, despite all of that, the fight won't play out in federal court. Instead, arbitration will handle it quietly and out of reach from fans and media. This latest ruling means the case is all but sealed off. No trial, no jury, just private lawyers in a conference room. Touching on Andrade's return to AEW last night following his firing from WWE, Dave Meltzer noted on Wrestling Observer Radio, AEW has enough talent. They don't need, I see everyone like celebrating. Oh my god, this is so great. When all this, he had lots of problems in AEW, also over disciplinary reasons. One of the biggest problems with this company has been the usage of WWE guys that were not pushed in WWE. As people who know Andrade have told me, he'll always think of Tony Khan as secondary to WWE no matter what. And that's, you're asking for trouble. He's not super charismatic. I'd rather push a young guy who's happy to be there, not someone who didn't make it somewhere else. Swerve is the exception. That's the one exception. But he came in with a completely different attitude. He came to prove something. He didn't come to go back. The rest of those guys all wanted to go back. Swerve didn't. If Tony's not going to learn lessons, then he'll repeat mistakes. I hope I'm wrong, but the track record isn't good. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.